What is up, everybody? It's Wilverse here today. We have to talk about this L that Sony fanboys took out of left field. Apparently, a marketing and advertising site, Clio Awards, has given Microsoft a game publisher of the year for 2022. And Sony fanboys were triggered by this because apparently they thought that this was like giving them an award for the games they released. But this is mostly for like the advertisement and like marketing standpoint for why they give Microsoft an award. But nonetheless, it didn't stop these Sony guys from being a major salty about this. There is an extreme amount of salt in this tweet right here in the replies. Like this guy says, the salt in the comments. Let's just read some of these comments. That is so cap. That's one of the first comments until you realize it's for marketing. The F? They only released 2 games this year. Though, they only released 2 games this year. Just for Pentiment. Let me see. This is a joke, right? What did they publish this 2022? Did I miss something? Just like, why are they so concerned? Like, at the end of the day, let's just say it was for the games released this year. Like, who cares about the Clio Awards? Like, I've never heard about that coming until this very day. Like, most people probably have never heard of this coming before, but they were so triggered by this. Bruh, they had no games. Someone with Ragnarok in their name doesn't understand that they are replying to or what they are looking at. I'm shocked. This year's April Fool's Day is late. Then here we go. Microsoft was apparently bribing these people because this guy says the power of Microsoft money. Yeah, because apparently they bribed this advertising company to give them an award. Like, really? How? How did they receive this award? They released 0 games. Angry Sony fanboys crying is a hilarious sight to see. And this dude replied, he made multiple comments at that too. Like, jeez. Award for making a total of 2 small games throughout the year. Congratulations. You could definitely see the salt in that comment right there. That's like a backhanded compliment. This must be a joke, right? Again, what a joke of an industry for the show for Microsoft is. Oh, man. This guy has posted Metacritic scores that says Xbox has nothing. It's like, really? Someone at the CeeLo Awards is eyeing them free Xbox merch, I see. They just won an award for telling their player base to wait for 2023. Tell me you don't know the difference between publisher and developer without telling me you don't know the difference between publisher and developer. And he has a Kratos avatar, so he's definitely not biased at all. Pentiment late alpha build. Please making fun of how Pentiment looks. How salty do you have to be to pick on a passion project for doing this art style perfectly? Yeah, apparently they wanted this game to be a big AAA budget, high budget game. What a joke. Microsoft Publisher of the Year in 2022. What they actually published in 2022. Keep crying. Like, how many does Sony fanboys just, like, they just gather in this thread right here? Like, let's just be honest. Who the hell has heard of CeeLo Awards? Nobody. But how did they find this? They just all gathered in this one thread right to just be salty. Thank you for this. A lot of salty and hurt people in the comments. This is a must scroll through just to see all these people gather here just with some saltiness. I was like, geez. As someone that thinks Xbox did a terrible job releasing games this year, all the replies shows how little people play games by saying they released 0 or no games in 2022. Yeah, they're so stupid. They said the Xbox released no games. They didn't release any major AAA games, but they released a few games that was AA and indies this year. LMAO, the Pony Stampede. Microsoft was getting the W all around. But none of these clowns in the comments see a problem with Stray being nominated for Game of the Year. Blind as a bat. Okay. A year without games and is the publisher of the year 2022 to laugh. Joke of the year. Uh, who LMAO? Who are these people to be giving out awards like this? I mean, they can. I don't see why they couldn't give an award out. Anyway, onto my point. How exactly can you give Xbox Game Publisher of the Year when they haven't published any noteworthy of a quality game? This is like me saying Scorsese is the best director of the year 2022. At the end of the day, why do you care? Why did you reply to this thread to begin with? Like if some random site gave a company award, like why would you care regardless? You can tell how triggered these guys are. Is this a parody account? Is this satire? Must have been paid to post this. Once again, and they got this weird conspiracy that Microsoft just paying people off. I'm just curious to know how they came to this conclusion. At Cleo Ward's comment, yeah, they're actually gonna respond to you. Dude with a dual sense as an avatar. Feel right now. Okay. Once again, they're saying they get paid off. You're paying people off. False advertiser LBO don't win nothing for games. All these comments. Yeah, it's just so many Sony comments. Like, geez. Whenever Xbox is mentioned, I guess if you just mention Xbox a few times, Sony fanboys just pop up. They're like Candyman at this point. You mention Xbox a few times, you just bound to see some Sony fanboys somewhere in the comment section. Without reading the comments, Sony simps in the comments. Pretty much. Even though this is for marketing, you still have to have something to publish and market to begin with. Maybe the various games they did release, or the consoles in general, the controllers, the other deals they had outside of gaming. I mean, they did do stuff this year. They did do stuff this year that these guys are just ignoring. Microsoft paid off Clio Awards to choose Xbox with Zero Game Publisher of the Year. Okay. All of these Sony fanboys are getting pressed. I'm just saying Nintendo had at least one big game release every month this year. A participation trophy. This has to be a joke, right? And the comments just don't end. Like, geez. Like, how sorry were these people? Like, I'm still scrolling. Like, this is crazy. So many people were this triggered by this one award thing that, like I said, this is an award show most people probably even heard of, but they're that's triggered. Did Microsoft and Xbox play the Obama's move? What? To get a trophy without doing anything? Amazing. I don't know what that even means, but okay. This proves that Microsoft produces quality over quantity. No marketing is better than Horizon Forbidden West and God of War marketing. You're already circus. What the F? What games did they ever release in 2022? Oh boy, the salt in his comments, yeah. The fact that this got so many replies is just insane. Like these Sony guys, whenever Microsoft was mentioned like in a positive light, they will show up like instantly. Like once again, this is from an award show. This is an award from a website most people are probably not even heard of before, but they are here in full force to tell you that Microsoft shouldn't get anything. Guess which marketing campaign to prefer? Okay. Now we're comparing marketing ads now. Like he literally wants to compare marketing ads now. That's where these Sony fanboys are at, where they want to compare marketing ads. Like surely Microsoft has not released anything better than this ad right here, this God of War ad. Like really, why do you even care at that point? Uh, and he made multiple posts at that. Jeez. Imagine getting an award for doing nothing. Just the amount of salt. How, Sway? Uh, Congrats to our entire marketing team and our agency partners who are driven by relentless passion for telling amazing stories and delivering innovation marketing programs to our fans at Xbox. This is probably the most sensible and actually like intelligible comment in this entire section because it's just Sony fanboys throughout this entire thing right here. Fanboys are just so ravenous. They even attack the marketing teams of the opposite game console maker. This is a wild town we're living in. How do you attack a people who do advertising and marketing? Like, really? The butthurt. Uh, what did they even publish? Mini fridges, controllers, video books? What actual games got published? And y'all claim Sony is the money hatters? LMAO. Like I'm telling you, I could just keep scrolling, and it's just you can just find like you just copy like the third comment is gonna be like some Saudi fanboy comment. It's just insane. How did they get triggered by this one post? It's just wild. They published nothing. How? I still don't get why a car company is handing out game publisher awards. Uh, Bro, so if any other company is watching this, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't just do like the same thing. I feel like if you're a random like website that gets like pretty much no attention, just do this. Just say Microsoft was the publisher of the year for 2022, and watch the fanboys just fill your website, just flood your website. You get so much traction. Because ain't no way these guys should be this salty over this random website posting this, and they're just this butthurt about it. Like, really? But that says more about Sony fanboys than it says about this website. Like you guys are easily just triggered by anything at this point. Anytime Xbox is mentioned, these guys are just triggered. So I don't know. It's just kind of hilarious that these guys are just triggered. Where I could just keep scrolling and scrolling. I see Saudi fanboy comments after Saudi comments just complaining about this random website giving this Microsoft an award. Like at the end of the day, who truly cares about this? It's like it's not gonna affect anybody anyway. But these guys are really triggered about this, which is kind of hilarious. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.